Not only can you add buttons, images, and logos to your skin, but you can also add sounds. So in this tutorial, I'll show you how to work with sound in the skin editor. Adding sound to a button when it's clicked on can add a bit more interactivity to your project. So I'll begin this tutorial by showing you how to do just this. Open an empty skin editor or a skin you've been working on and locate your sound file, which must be an MP3 file, and then drag that into the editor window. When you do this, you'll see the file appear under the sound parent. Now open the settings for the sound file by double-clicking on it in the tree. Here you can change its ID, change its initial volume level, and set the number of times it loops. The only change I'll make here is to make the loop value 1. Since this is a button click sound, I don't want it to loop or continue to play once initiated. Next, open the Actions and Modifiers sections for the buttons. In the Actions section, add the source mouse down or mouse click, depending on the button, with the action play sound. Finally, make sure the target is set to the correct sound file. Repeat this last step to have each button play the click sound. And when you're finished, save the skin, output the file, and test the sound. If you have a project that plays music or has a narrator speak, it might be useful to give the user the ability to not only turn the sound on and off, but to also adjust the volume. So I've added a song with an initial volume level of 50% to the skin, which will play when the user clicks a button, and they can then adjust the volume using a volume control. Each bar represents a loudness percentage from 100% volume to 0. To make the volume control a bit more interesting, I've added actions to make the bars fade in and out when a mouse hovers over them. When a user clicks on them, the volume changes. The largest bar, for example, has the source mouse click with the action set volume. The level is set to 1 or 100%, and the target is the song I added to the skin. The other bars share the same actions, but with their corresponding volumes. For example, the middle bar will set the volume to 50%, while the smallest bar will set the volume to 0. A play and stop button can also be added by just using two text boxes. Give them the source mouse click and the actions play sound or stop sound. Finally, be sure that the target is set to the correct sound file. And this is how it should look and sound like when it's finished. If you've added sound in the sound editor, you can also control them within the skin editor. In this example, there's a directional sound and a background sound added to the sound editor. I want to control the volume for the background sound and to have a general on and off button that controls all the audio. I used the skin I just created to do this, and so for the volume controller, I'll change the targets for all the bars to _background. These bars will now control the background sound I added in the sound editor. Next, I'll change the play and stop buttons targets, so these will now turn on and off all sounds. Finally, I'll delete the song I added here earlier, since I'm not using it anymore. So let's see how it works. Remember, adding a sound to the skin will increase the output size, and so will adding sound to the sound editor. So if you don't want to have a larger output file, make sure to select Do Not Embed in the Sound Editor. And that's it. I hope you enjoy adding sound to your projects.